Hello and welcome to Sitting Down with Schneider. Today is April the 17th. I'm sorry, today is April the 18th, and we're going to take a slight switch a little bit today. We're not going to be talking to a high school senior. We are going to be actually talking to a college junior. We're going to be speaking with Chico College junior Casey Schneider. So let's bring Casey on in. Hello, Casey. How are you?
Good. Hi.
Good,
Can you
good.
see me?
It's a little bit hard to see you because of the lighting there, but I think you know what? It's okay.
Okay.
Shrouded in darkness a little bit.
I've got a bit of an idea. That might help. Maybe turning on my light too. It's fine. Okay.
You can
Whatever.
kind of see your face.
Yeah. It's okay. It's better if they can't.
And it's hard to hear you. Let's see if I turn the volume up. Does that help me at all? Okay, let's hear it. Can you talk again?
Hello, hello.
Oh, there we go. It was my
Test 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, testing 1, 2.
Okay.
All right. So, Casey, I just introduced you as a junior at Chico. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself? Tell us stuff you're interested in, some things you like to do?
Well, something about myself. I'm your son.
Right.
I stuff I like to do during the quarantine or just in general?
No, just in general, things that you're involved in up at school and things like that, outside activities, things like that.
Well, I'm a musical theater major at Chico, and I've been cast in a few productions up there, and it's an amazing program actually that I would recommend to people looking to do musical theater into college because we have an unexpectedly good program, and we're actually, as of this year, transferring from the degree being a BA into a BFA, which is cool. So now we are the only BFA program in Northern California.
That's amazing. That is
Yeah.
amazing. Um,
And so there's that. And then also up at Chico, I play Ultimate Frisbee for our Ultimate Frisbee team. And we compete in tournaments all across California. And it's one of the best decisions I've made is doing that in college.
and you've been doing that since your freshman year. You've been playing
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so my first question, just I like to ask, is how are you holding up during all of this shelter in place and the quarantine? How are you dealing?
I'm doing great. Well, you, I mean, everything I'm about to say, but for the viewers, yeah, well, duh. um, I was up in Chico for a while, and my house up in Chico that I rent is really small and pretty slim. It's very long and not that wide, so there wasn't really a lot of room to I was very confined, and I was kind of feeling like I was going a little bit crazy. So even though I had good people up there that I could be with even in the quarantine, so I came down, and now I'm at home with the family, and it's been such a good decision coming home. It feels like I'm like refreshing in a way because I was up at Chico for such a long time, and then all the stress of this quarantine, all this just unknowns about the virus kind of going on has made it really nice to come home and yeah, almost like reset, which is like is positives in it because it's an opportunity. It's something that I wouldn't have done in the middle of a college semester, um, had it not been for the situation, if you know what I mean.
Right. And you've been doing the Chico has you doing online classes,
Hmm.
and how's that been going?
Well, the classes that aren't theater classes have been going really well because we just have the readings that we were going to do anyways, and then we're taking exams every couple of weeks or every week, I guess, about those specific readings. We don't have a lecture anymore, um, And then another class is we're just doing this big research paper, and that's kind of what the class has become. But as for theater classes that are performance-based classes, we're still attempting to do them, but it's really, really tough. And it's kind of this interesting thing going on where everyone is still like trying and everyone is still like putting their best foot forward to complete these classes so that it feels somewhat worthwhile. But it feels like everyone just has those thoughts in the back of their head, like this is just like not, this isn't not useful. It's just like, I don't know.
Not as engaging, just not as engaging as when you're there. I mean, bottom
Sure.
line, right? It's like theater is so much about interactions, and I mean, what do they say in theater? You know, it's reacting to each other, and so it's hard to react to each other when you're, you know, so far away and you're on a screen. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, how do you make that happen? And I
What?
agree with you. It's like we're, you know, everyone's trying to make this work, but it's such an unknown entity, right? That
Yeah.
as much as we're all trying to make it work, it's not like being there. It's just not.
Well, something that I have thought about, which is a huge positive, is when it comes to the theatrical world. Let's say you're auditioning. Let's say you're auditioning for a company. A lot of companies do video auditions. So, like, because they don't, with if you have the technology, it's better than flying out, auditioning, flying all around the country. Um, so almost learning how to perform for a camera. I just saw someone put something up in that. Learning how to like perform in front of a camera and still do well, like working on those skills right now is pretty valuable in the long run. That so yeah, there's still some value. It's not all just like down the drain. There's
Right.
still some positives, yeah.
Well, and I think that's a really important, I mean, in any capacity, whether it's your theater class or just whatever classes, because I mean, you know, you hear it all over the place. You know, colleges are doing online courses. If you can look at, like you just did, and take the positive or try and pull that positive out of it, that's such a huge bonus. It's such a great attitude to have because it'd be really easy to just to say, oh, this isn't doing anything for me whatsoever. You know, at least that piece of the online, getting used to doing things over video for someone who does want to audition for something that's a little bit further away could definitely be beneficial down the line. So that's
Yeah.
really cool that you're able to look at it that way.
And it's really easy to have that negative mindset when it comes to just everything. And it's also understandable. Like if people are having negative mindsets about things, they shouldn't beat themselves up like, oh, I need to stop being such of a pessimist. Like I feel like it's normal during this time. But it is good to see the positive aspects in something.
Yeah, and you know, to see the positive aspect, like you said, everyone's going to kind of dip, you know, every once in a while into that. You know, it's such a routine having to stay home. Have you found some things that help you to stay positive? I mean, within the distance learning realm, that idea of okay, this could benefit me down the line. But how about just in the general, like day to day? Have you found some things that kind of keep the positive vibes
Oh
maybe
yeah.
going when things get a little bit down?
Well, I mean, things that I like to do normally, it's like I can do without the stresses of having to like get up and go to school. Like I love getting up in the mornings when I'm going to classes and making myself like breakfast. Like I always at Chico, I wake up at 8. I'm able to make myself a little egg sandwich thing. I and then eat that, brush my teeth, and walk to class with like get to school with like 5 minutes. You know, the whole routine. And so I really like being able to wake up and make myself breakfast. So like I'm still doing that. So just having a little like those things that allow you to have a little bit of normalcy is that's even a word. I always say that, and I just said it just now, and I don't know if it's actually a
Is
word.
normalcy not a word? Because I use it all
Who
the
knows? I
time.
don't know.
I think it's a word. I don't know.
I've
It
always
is.
said it. It sounds like
Right.
it is now.
Yeah, let's go with it. I think it's a word. Let's call it a word.
Hey, if it's good enough for this interview,
Yes,
I
absolutely.
I and then also I love music and I love listening to new music, but a lot of the time I feel like I never have time to sit down and like just listen to an album in full, like give it a full hour of like attention. I'm never really able to do that, but I've found like a couple times or a lot of times I've been able to actually sit down and do that just as like you'd sit down and watch a TV show or sit down and watch a movie. More time to read, more time to do things that I've always wanted, that I always feel like I wish I had more time to do.
Instead of dwelling on what you're not able to do, being able to do some of those things that you hadn't had the opportunity to do.
Well, I talked to you a little bit about this, but like the sitting there and thinking of how just beautiful and how much fun Chico in the springtime is up there. For the people watching, I don't know if you've been to Chico in like the summertime, but it's just like going up to 1 Mile Bidwell Park, hiking around in there. It's just it's just one of the best things. And like missing out on a year of being able to do that is like, but then I think it was like I know that problem is a lot. It's not as big of a problem as other people are having when it comes to like, it's, everyone always focuses on themselves and what they're not able to do. And so it's like, I need to take a step back and be like, okay, it's not that bad. I can still go out. I mean, I can still go outside. It's not, I just shouldn't go and look at the pretty trees with people.
Right. Point taken. Right. Yeah. You can still go out there. Right. Just don't just keep the social distance. Hey,
Yeah, exactly.
When this is all lifted and you can go and if you're able to go and do anything you wanted or go participate in anything, what would be the first couple things you're going to do when this is all said and done?
I'm going to go like jump off of a rock into some water or something.
That sounds awesome. I think I might join you.
Probably won't be. Yeah, please. It probably won't be the first thing I do just because it's a little bit specific. But realistically, when it gets lifted, it probably is different if I'm here or if I'm up in Chico when it's lifted. If I'm up in Chico, genuinely there's probably going to be like a little ultimate frisbee scrimmage thing that gets put together, and being able to go out there and do that, that'll be just, whew, that'll be great.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Oh, another thing just about a question you asked earlier is like, in playing Ultimate, because it's like we have practice every week, I go out and I run around for 2 hours and I don't even have to think about it. So it's like I stay in shape and I'm able to exercise with that. But without that, then I need to actually make myself like, okay, I should go on a run. Okay, I should do crunches and I should do push-ups and I should do all that type of stuff,
So a little bit more cognizant.
And also, I do want to say, because I said the thing about the classes, but that does not mean that my professors aren't trying. In fact, my professors are some of the coolest people, and they're actually putting in such an incredible effort to make the classes the best they can be in this quarantine. So
that's really nice to hear. You only can hope that they're doing that up and down the state, and who knows, but it's nice that they're doing that. And in your case, that you've had that that you've seen that in them. That's really good.
Yeah.
Cool. So, hey, as we wrap up, anything else you want to say to the masses that watch these videos before we wrap up today?
Hey, don't sell yourself short. Don't say masses sarcastically. Well, no, not really.
Okay.
Can't think of any political message I wanna try and push right now.
Yeah, let's not make it too political. Then things get crazy. Let's not go there.
I was gonna start talking about the 5G conspiracy. 5G caused the coronavirus. You're all in the dark if you don't think that. I'm just kidding.
Okay. So now I don't know. Can I post this? I don't even know what you just said. So I don't know what that even is.
Yeah, the FBI might shut down your channel if that gets out.
Possibly. All right, Case. Have a good evening, all right?
Kidding. Okay.
I know, you're kidding. Hey, I'll see you downstairs.
Yeah, I'll see you in a second.
See you in a second. Bye-bye.
Bye.